How many periods in ice hockey are there? A game breakdown. Many people tend to need clarification about how many periods in ice hockey are played during a game and how long one match lasts. In this video, you'll learn how long that is and what all goes into a single game of this unique sport, from preparation to execution, even overtime. How many periods in ice hockey? The quick breakdown of timekeeping. Here is everything about ice hockey periods and a quick breakdown of how time is kept. Periods. Unlike most sports, there are 3 20-minute periods in ice hockey. Before the ice hockey season of 1910-11, games were played in 2 halves, 30 minutes each. Intermission. Hockey players benefit greatly from the timeout as the sport is very demanding. A game moves to intermissions after the first and second periods. Note there are also intermissions in between the third period and overtime. Timeouts. Timeouts last only 30 seconds in professional hockey. The biggest difference between professional, college, and junior games is that college and junior hockey timeouts last a minute. Hockey overtime rules. Hockey overtime rules depend on whether a game is during a regular season or playoffs. In a playoff season, overtime periods last 20 minutes and are sudden death. Ties. Every sport has a way of settling tie games, as does hockey. If a match is still tied after the 5-minute overtime in a regular or preseason, a shootout commences and settles the winner. How long does it take to play a period in real time? It takes around 40 minutes to play a period in real time due to stoppages and TV breaks so they could display advertisements, meaning that the game lasts a little over 2 hours. Note according to ice hockey rules, you can switch players during stoppages and ad breaks. How long is a hockey period? A hockey period is 20 minutes long, but it doesn't unfold in real time. The period extends quite a bit due to all the stoppages. Note youth hockey games are significantly shorter. How long is a hockey intermission? A hockey intermission is 20 minutes long because a Zamboni needs to resurface the ice. What happens between each period during a hockey match? Between periods during a hockey match. Here are things that go on between each period during a hockey match. Resurfacing of the ice. The ice surface is resurfaced and cleaned up using a Zamboni. Player breaks and team regroup. Ice hockey games are very tiring, so the players really benefit from the long intermission. Spectator breaks. Food, beverages and bathroom. Despite 20-minute periods, an average period lasts 40 minutes in real time. Advertisements. Throwing ads on during a live game is detrimental to at-home viewers. What happens if a regular season game is tied after the third period? If a regular season game is tied after the third period, the game goes into sudden death over time. NHL regular season games have a 5-minute overtime period. What happens if a playoff game is in a tie after the third period? If a playoff game is in a tie after a third period, the game goes into sudden death overtime lasting 20 minutes, which means that the first team to score a goal in the 20-minute overtime wins the game. How do shootouts work in hockey? Shootouts work in hockey as a one-on-one attempt at a goal where a forward, starting at the center point of the rink, has a single shooting attempt at a goal versus the goalkeeper. Were NHL games always 3 periods? NHL games weren't always 3 periods and 2 intermissions. Before the 1910-11 season, professional hockey games lasted the same time of 60 minutes but were split into 2 periods of 30 minutes. How many periods are in women's hockey? There is a 3-period structure in women's hockey, lasting 20 minutes each, which is the same as in men's hockey. Intermissions last 15 to 20 minutes after the first and second periods, the same as men's hockey. Women's hockey also has been the same over time as men's. How many periods are played in ice hockey? 3 periods are played in an ice hockey game. In all types of hockey games, the match goes overtime if there is a tie, sometimes called the 4th period. Hence the misconception. Conclusion. Now you know how many periods in ice hockey get played out during a game. However, you saw that there are much more than 3 20-minute periods to it and that an average game is about 2 hours but can be way longer.